Fight Night Champion has reigned as the champion of combat sports games. Nothing in recent times even comes close to dethroning it. The likes of Undisputed and even the current UFC games don't even lay a finger on its greatness. It seemed like Fight Night Champion would never be dethroned. However, there's a game that we have missed out on from the past. Let me take you back. After the World Wars, boxing became very popular in Japan. They started their own boxing commission, produced popular Japanese boxers such as Fighting Harada and Yoko Gushiken, who fought with their unwavering spirit, won multiple world championships. These niggas was really throwing hands back then. Their efforts didn't lead us to today, where fighters like Naoya Inoue and Junto Nakatani are always putting on classics for the true fans of boxing. Even in today, a world of cherry-picking boxing matches,
I'm hurt. I don't like to lose.
Junto Nakatani and Naoya Inoue are just creating bangers. Every fight of theirs is just a spectacle to watch. In the 80s and 90s, a man by the name of Joji Morikawa, or better known as George Morikawa, started working on mangas. Let me give you a story to suffice. After a long, grueling day at work, George comes back home with some rather unfortunate news for his wife. His third manga serialization had been cancelled. After years of not bending or kneeling to failure, he's finally at the edge of it all. I mean, this one might actually be his last. As he prepares for his next day of storyboarding, not knowing what to do, the editor in charge actually encourages George to write about something that he likes. Besides, like George said, this might be his last one. So, the editor says, how about you challenge yourself with your favorite genre? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. And thus, Hajime No Ippo was born. It was immediately serialized and quickly rose up to become the flagship series of Weekly Shonen magazine. George Morikawa became one of the greatest mangaka of all time with one of the greatest mangas of all time. Like all famous anime and manga, some content gotta come out for, some t-shirts, some merchandise, some spin-offs, this, that, and the third, or the best form of entertainment that comes out of it, gaming. Thus brings us to Hajime No Ippo 2 Victorious Road, a boxing game developed by published by ESP Software. It was released on January 29th, 2004 in Japan only for the PlayStation 2. And after amassing about a couple hundred hours on this game, I think this game outdoes Fight Night Champion.
Wait, hold on. Did I say outdoes?
By a wide margin, and you will see why. This game comes with an exhibition mode, which is self-explanatory. Your boxer versus another boxer. So I also won't be going deep into that. But I will be going over two modes that I think make this game top tier amongst other combat sports games. I'll also be skipping the tournament mode. That's also pretty self-explanatory. It's tough though. You should play it, but back to the video. Firstly, the arcade mode. Think of Fight Night Champion's champion mode with no cutscenes or story. How is this better than Fight Night Champion? For what it is, it's pretty cool. It definitely doesn't hold up to Fight Night Champion. So let me go through this arcade mode, which is pretty decent. It features 5 different acts, each taking place within certain characters' arcs. The first arc takes place within the rise of Ippo and Miyata. Pretty much fight each of their opponents from the beginning of the rookie tournament all the way up to when Ippo fights Takuzo Karasawa. And in the last fight of that, you play as Ippo going against Miyata. A match that should have been happened. Act 2 starts you off with the literal god, Fumito Makino, as you go against the controversial and shitty side character, Manabu Itagaki. Sadly, this will be your first and last time playing with Makino because after the first fight, you'll be playing exclusively as Itagaki for the rest of the act. This act pretty much goes over all of Itagaki's rookie arc fights leading up to his first match with Kyusuke Imai. Pretty dope chapter. I do fuck with Itagaki, and Fumito Makino is a god still. Act 3 goes through the storyline of two guy characters, Tatsuya Kimura and Masaru Aoki. It also finishes off with Takamura's explosive world title match against David Eagle. I like how you actually go against the rivals of Kimura, Aoki, and Takamura. These are like really good matches, but it feels weird to play with Kimura and Aoki. They are lower class fighters, but I just wanted to say that made the chapter just to me. Act 4 sees you playing as the coach of Ippo himself, Genji Kamagawa. you go against his foes and finalize against the evil Ralph Anderson. A man that towers Kamigawa and outweighs him by 30 plus pounds or so. Realistically, he beats your ass all day. There's no winning against that. So, in the game, you're gonna have to spam him. You're gonna have to cheese him bad because he's tough otherwise. Thankfully, Kamigawa has some stats that are good enough to spam the fuck out of him. And he also got a special move called the Iron Fist, or as it's known in the game, taking body hit. A monstrous lead hook to the body that deals hella damage. All in all, this act is probably my favorite because the storyline behind it is very, very touching, I guess. But you also fight some pretty memorable characters in it as well. Lastly, Act 5. Oh my god. Fuck this act. When you first start playing this game and get to this act, you are going to get wiped. If you do not know what you're doing, you're screwed, bro. When I first got through the game, it was difficult enough. I had to repeat like the Sendo fights and a couple of Miata fights. It was hard, it was rough, because the game mechanics are tough at first. But as soon as I got here to Act 5, oh my god. This is Dark Souls in Vietnam all over again. I probably lost about 50 times for the first fight and 200 times for the second fight. In the first fight, you play as Takamura going against Brian Hawk. Like Takamura, Brian Hawk is overpowered as fuck in this game. Seemingly has the same amount of power, if not more, than Takamura. And his chin and heart is crazy. He just eats everything and gets up every time. Also, this man is crazy fast. His stance in the game, the open style, basically makes him a speedster, bro. This man just zipping around the ring like Sonic. The trick to beat this great value Super Saiyan is to activate slowdown mode and do a left sway, left hook. Basically, the slowdown mode is like a bullet time that goes on for a very long time. And the left sway, left hook combination is basically like a check hook almost. Once he starts getting rocked by that, you can then hit him with jab straight combos while using the same left hook occasionally. Doing that repeatedly and successfully after losing about 50 fucking times is actually going to be kind of easy. And I think after the first time you beat him, you'll be able to beat him every other time. That cannot be said for the next fight. I still see him. I still see him in my dreams. Help. The next fight you have to play is Date Iji versus Ricardo Martinez. Now, for those of you that have read the manga and watched the anime, you know what happened in this fight. You know what you're going to get yourself into as soon as you get into this match. Ricardo essentially has maxed out stats, and Date barely has 500,000 stats for most of his. So what do you think is going to happen? Honestly, what do you think is going to happen? Truly, I didn't care to capture footage for this fight due to the fact of how dumb it is. I mean, unlike the first fight, if you win that, you'll pretty much know how to win this every time. No, that doesn't apply to this. The only way to win is to cheese Ricardo bad. First, you gotta activate slow mode. Second, sway duck into a lead uppercut. Basically, you're just going all the way forward down, head into the groin, and throwing a lead uppercut. He's going to eat a couple of those to the stomach, but after a couple times, he's going to start bending over. Now you want to keep him, you want to keep, yo, pause. You want to keep doing that until he's near the corners or the rope. Next part, you're going to need some good timing. You're actually probably going to need to be a pro at this game to land this. You're probably going to have to actually practice this a lot to land this. But you got to quickly hit him with an accurate jab straight combo. And I say quickly hit him with accuracy because this man will literally eat the body shot, get up quick, and hit you so fast you wouldn't have even seen it. I want you to repeat this process to the best of your ability because over time your slowdown mode is going to run out, and if it does, then good luck. No, really, good luck avoiding his death blows while waiting for your shit to regen. Defeating him is very possible. I have in the past. That is why I have every special move unlocked, but I'm not trying to fight this sucker again. Respect my decision. Honestly, pretty fun chapter, very challenging, Dark Souls worthy, but finally, the mode that you've all been waiting for, the mode that makes this game the best combat sports game to date, Boxer's Road. As soon as you click this, and choose new game, you are brought to a timeline screen. This screen isn't all too important for people looking to just hop in and win some more titles. You can clearly just click the option at the bottom. But if you want to experience fighting against the likes of Takamura, Ippo, Sendo, Vogue, Mashiba, then picking a certain time period may actually help you. But personally, I usually go all the way to the end because this game has special characters that aren't in Hajime No Ippo, but in games like Punch-Out. Country selection screen. Here you can either pick Japan, Thailand, UK, Korea, or the USA, each of which having 2 to 3 different gyms with different sparring partners. After choosing a country, you are brought to the boxer registration screen. Here you will provide details for your boxer. This screen is when you know you're getting yourself into some real shit. You can go as low as about, I guess, 5'2" and about 60 pounds with dinosaur reach, or you can be like 6'6" with Tyson Fury reach. The choice is really yours. You can even pick a blood type. Like, what? I don't even know how it affects your boxer, but it's cool, I guess. Then you are brought to the boxer edit screen where you can choose to use a character template to generate your own template. Choosing a template grants access to the exact face replica of popular boxers in this game already. You can edit their face as well. Generating a template though will grant you access to the whole world where you can choose a place and the game will generate an accurate face for the setting. For example, if you go to a certain point on the South Pole, you'll actually have the face of an alien. The character creator is so in depth. When I first played this game, I was flabbergasted. Like, you can literally do anything. You can change the shape and the size of anything. Mind you, it came out in 2004 for the PlayStation 2. We don't even get this today with regular games, and never mind combat sports games. Look at Undisputed, the most recent one. It has like 6 different hair options you can pick. This game has like 40 something hair options you can pick. Fight Night Champion doesn't even allow you to edit the character faces. This game allows you to do that plus more. From UFC and Fight Night, you have a set body template to pick from. This game lets you have any body type you want. This game features a wide assortment of just so many customization options. Finally, you can edit the clothes of your character. You can adjust the length and thickness of your trunks and the length of your socks and shoes. You can also adjust the color of your gloves, trunks, socks, and shoes. After that, you're ready for your boxer's robe. Now, I want to keep this short but sweet, as this video is already running on for far too long. This mode is juiced up. It's like career mode on steroids. It is so much going on that the average brain rotter just wouldn't keep up with. Now first, start off with the profile menu. When you click your boxer, it brings you to the profile where here you can choose a fight style, your character's personality, their special moves, their nicknames. You can view the results of their fights and even certain items that you have unlocked through your boxer's robe. Depending on which style and personality you choose will dictate your boxer's entrance animation and win or defeat animation. As soon as you get into boxer's robe, I recommend going through the profile menu to see how you want your boxer to be like. After that, you're pretty much ready to start your boxer. You must prepare for the boxer protest. In this game, they let you prepare for however long you need to the protest, so trust me, you'll need the time because you'll have to make your own training plan, diet plan, and schedule in the schedule menu. Now, you won't need all the time in the world to test all these plans and diets out, and that's cool. However, when you start out, that's going to be hard. You're not going to know what to do. So down below are a few links to Google Docs and spreadsheets which will help you create plans for your boxer to become OP as hell. I'll also add a link to my cheats file which I use to quickly make boxers and change their country. So yeah, also I credited a few of the creators down below that helped with the creation of these files, so you should go to their social medias respectively. Once you get to your desired weight class and you're feeling strong and ready to go, you should be good for your protest, and 9 times out of 10 you're gonna floor your opponent. You continue to pretty much floor your opponents all the way up until you get to like the top 10 rankings, where you then can fight for your commissions belt, get into another commissions rankings, do both, or shoot, go up in weight. The choice is yours. That is why I like this game. They leave all the choice and planning into your hands. You do what you want, you eat what you want, you train what you want, you fight like what you want. That is what's missing today. There isn't much of what you want in gaming so much as it is what they want, which always turns out to be money and playtime. I don't want to go all day on that because that's a separate video, but all in all, you can become unified undisputed champion and retire at a young age, or you can conquer and rule over division with an iron fist and retire at like 40 something if you want to. This game lets you do what you want, and this boxer's road, career mode, whatever you want to call it, is truly one of a kind, and I don't think many people touched it just because it's in Japan. Shoot, I don't think many Japanese people touched it. But if you're watching this video, I need you to play this game and tell your people about it. Thank you.